What's up everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So TikTok has this conversation going on about Painted by ESTHER'S makeup, which is this beautiful Barbie pink makeup with a blush and everything. And guess what? That's exactly what we're doing today. So I just started by doing my eyebrows. I was doing an eyebrow tutorial for my TikTok. You should check out my TikTok and my Instagram. So I'm going to start by using foundation because the base for this look is actually pretty complicated, if I may say so. So I'm just going to go in with foundation all over my skin. I'm just going to blend that out using a brush, getting into the corners. And remember, we do not swipe our foundation, we just press it into the skin. Patience is key, remember? I'm just going to go over my forehead. Propaganda you should not be falling for is not using makeup on your forehead, because why? And the foundation is well blended into my skin. But here's the thing with this video, I have not exactly watched a tutorial on anybody doing the Painted by ESTHER makeup. I'm just doing this from my mind, and I'm not sure whether to start with my concealer or start with my blush, but I'm feeling to start with blush. On the back of my hands, I blended out some DIY blushes that I feel would fit this look. And oh, I got inspired mid doing my nails. That's why one hand is undone, so bear with me. So I'm just going to take my blush brush and just dip it into the brighter pink. I'm not sure if I should start with the brighter pink, but we're going to see that. So I'm just going to take it somewhere from midsection, under eye, in the middle of my under eye, and just drag it that way and just map it this side as well. I'm going to blend this, moving it outwards to just give it that snatched look. While blending this, I'm not going to blend it all the way because I'm going to add a different color of blush to this area of my cheeks. Blending it nicely towards the under eye so that there's no creases on the powders and the concealer comes. Now this is not looking the best, but I'm trusting the process and trusting myself. So I'm just going to go in with the same brush onto the darker color of the DIY blush. If you want to know how I mix match my different makeups, just let me know in the comments if you would love to see that. And I think it's almost the same thing. I don't know. Let me just see that. I feel like it's the same thing, but that's okay. Let me blend that out as well. Oh, it's slightly brighter. Should have started with this, but it's okay. I'm just going to blend it together. I'm going to slightly bring it slowly under my eyes, just a little bit, not swipe it all on this side, just a little bit of that. Bring it towards my under eye, blending it outwards towards my temple. Using my foundation brush, I'm going to blend out the harsh corners and the edges of the blush to give it a nice transition. On the back of my hand, I'm just going to pick up some of the concealer that I had there sitting just to firm it up and stuff. Just add a little bit of that into my under eye. Also with this look, I'm trying to go for sort of a bright under eye. So I'm just going to use a warm, brightish concealer. I'm also going to add a little bit of concealer on my chin, my cupid's bow, along my nose as well, and just a little bit of it on my forehead. I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and just blend the concealer out. Going to go back into my under eye with slightly brighter concealer. Next up, I'm going to do my eyeshadow. I think I'm going to go for a nice soft and pinkish look. Next up, I'm going in with my liquid eyeliner, and I feel like I want to do a dramatic look. Next in, I'm just going to go in with a contour to just snatch those facial features and just bring everything together before I set. I'm going to blend that, bringing it upwards, not downwards, upwards, so we can have that lifted look. And I'm going to admit, I'm not exactly the best at sculpting my face because I don't know, for some reason I don't feel like I have learned my features enough to call myself a contour pro, but it's working, isn't it? To pick some of that around my temples and my forehead to just give it that shadow. Using a smaller and fluffy brush, I'm just going to go around my nose to just blend in everything because of the concealer that I use. And I think today just might be the day I get the nose contour right. I don't know about that. Now that that's done, I'm just going to go back into my under eye using the blender that I used for my concealer to just make sure that there are no creases. If you can see, my under eye has some creases, so I'm just going to make sure that none of that is there before I do the powder, because it's going to look cakey if I don't do that. Using the brush that we used to apply our blush, I'm just going to go in one final time to just revive the pink color, because with all the concealer, the blending and all that, I feel like the color is looking a little bit flushed. So I'm just going to add a tad bit of that on top of the concealer, just like that. And I feel like I'm also going to pull it towards the nose a little bit, not directly under the eye, but towards the nose. I'm going to set my eyeshadow because I used some of the cream blush that I had DIY'd to do my eyeshadow, and I feel like it's going to crack if I don't set it. So I'm just going to set it with a little bit of translucent powder. So for the part that actually makes or breaks this routine, I'm going to pick up a loose setting powder. The reason why I picked this particular powder instead of my usual setting palette is because this palette is very pigmented. So if I use that palette, it's just going to block the blush and everything that I have going on, and we're going for a pink and a bright under eye. So I'm just going to go in with the loose powder. I'm trying to find my powder puff. Hold on. After I have confirmed there are no creases, I'm just going to go in with my setting powder, just like that. You're going to want to just blend that out first of all. Let it seep into your skin. You can already see how matte that is looking compared to this other side. a little bit of that got onto my eyeliner, but it's okay. I'm going to fix it in a minute. You can see how gorgeous that is looking. I'm going to go into the other side and just blend that powder in, bringing it towards your nose. Be sure to set on this side so that you don't have creasy makeup during the day. After you've set that with the powder, you're just going to take your setting spray and just set your entire face, wait for it to dry, and then we are coming back in with the second. The first layer of setting spray is nice and dry. Now I'm just going to bake my under eye. And I like this step because it immediately sucks all the oil from my skin. I can already feel my skin going dry. Going to do the same on this other side as well. Just going to do that on the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, and let it sit. As that sits, I'm going to go into my powder palette and just pick up a warm golden bronze shade to just go over my forehead and just set everything there, take away the shininess. Going to pick some of that shade to just create a contour, and on this other side as well. In the same palette, I pick up a powder that is close to my skin color and just use it to go over all the shiny parts of my face, just mattify the look a little bit. And now I'm just going to press the powder into my skin till it blends out. I'm not going to wipe it away, just going to blend it into my skin. At this point we are looking nice, but I still want my under eye right here to be a little bit brighter, so I'm going to go in with a brighter powder. Just going to go in with just a little bit of it. I don't want to use too much, just like that. And then blend it out. Back in with the blush brush to just give it a final touch up. And at this point you want to be very light-handed with it. For my lip, I think I'm going to go with a pinkish nude look, so I'm going to start with a black liner because my lips are dark anyway and I need this to show up as much as possible, so I'm just going to line that gently, carefully following my lips map, if that's a word. Next, I'm going in with a darker brown pencil. Just blend and give it a gradient. Then next, I'm going in with this beautiful nude pink lippy. The lippy is done. So now that this is out of the way, I'm just going to touch up my eyeliner, set my face, do a waterline, have some lashes on, and be back. That's about it for this video, and I love this. This is low-key blush blindness, but I love this, like the soft, beautiful pink. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, share with your friends. Let's grow this channel, and I'll see you on the next video. And I post videos every Monday and Thursday. Be on the lookout for that. I love you. Peace.